If the Uber and Lyft driver shortage brings anything to the table, it's part of how bad the relationship that Uber and Lyft have with its drivers. Now, could they actually mend things and make sure going into the future that drivers are going to be treated better? Or is this going to be another failed and missed opportunity from Uber and Lyft? That's what we're talking about right now. Hey everyone, my name is Chris and this is Real Rideshare Stories. And today we're going to be talking about, could Uber and Lyft actually mend things with drivers when it comes to trying to fix the relationship that Uber and Lyft have with drivers? Or is this going to be another failed and missed opportunity from the companies themselves? Now, many drivers have been complaining about driving conditions when it comes to Uber and Lyft for a while, most notably when it comes to drivers in California who are advocating for being employees when it came to AB5. And then you saw the whole thing with Prop 22. And now how Uber had taken away several of the benefits that it had in place for drivers, like being able to set your own fare, like being able to have the surge multiplier, not worrying about something like acceptance rate, and a couple of other things that had happened that they just took away because, well, there's no real threat to their business model in California unless it comes from the federal level, which is the PRO Act, which is essentially AB5 on the pro level. Now, that would supersede Prop 22 and it would cover drivers in California. But the biggest thing is, as this pandemic continues to wind down, as things open up, and as drivers are not coming back to the platform as fast as riders want rides, could Uber and Lyft actually make it a real opportunity to fix things with drivers? Or are they just going to fail and flop out yet again? Now, I'm going to answer this right away and say that I think it's going to be the latter. I don't think Uber and Lyft are going to learn anything from it. I think they're just going to try to continue what they're doing and then take it out on drivers down the road. If you wanted to see Uber and Lyft actually doing something that really mattered and tried fixing relationships to try to bring drivers back to the platform and keep them on the platform, you'd essentially treat them better. You know, put up the per mileage and per time rates to a more acceptable level. Gas prices are going up. Why aren't the rates going up as well? So that's a big expense that drivers are going to have to face if they come back and if they're still continuing driving right now. Not only that, why did you take away things from California drivers? You claim to say that it's going to make the app more reliable, but in actuality, is it really? I'm sure that California drivers enjoyed those perks when it came to being a driver. If you would have done that across all markets in the States, you probably would have more drivers on the Uber platform trying to make more money and probably even staying on the platform and choosing Uber over Lyft. Also, when it comes to these stimulus packages that Uber and Lyft are trying to give and entice drivers to come back on the platform or to entice new drivers to start driving, well, what about the drivers who continued on as is when the pandemic was going on or even coming back during mid-pandemic? You didn't do anything for them. You haven't given them anything. And that just goes to show you that, again, I think it's going to be the latter where they're not going to seize an opportunity to fix things with drivers to make their companies more profitable in the long term. They're only looking at it in the short term and how they can become profitable to try to appease shareholders. Now, this is a little bit of a rant video, but I want to hear what you think. What do you think that Uber and Lyft could potentially do to make things better? Comment below, let me know. Not only that, I want to know exactly some of the steps that you think could make it better for everybody. I do believe that there is a viable option that could make it great for riders, for drivers, and to keep Uber and Lyft or whatever rideshare platform wants to put in place some really good features for riders and drivers that they're going to become profitable and that drivers are going to enjoy driving for them, as well as it's going to reflect on ridership and the loyalty when it comes to a rider choosing a company over another based on certain factors. These are all missed opportunities from Uber and Lyft, and it's an unfortunate thing because the concept of rideshare truly is an amazing concept. It's allowing drivers who want to go out and pick people up, in turn getting money, and riders who need rides from point A to point B and maybe C or D, and it's putting them together and pairing them together. It's a great concept, but the execution that Uber and Lyft both have are absolutely horrendous and really a problem when you stop and think about it. Trust me, there are several ways where everybody can have a win-win-win. Passengers, drivers, and the companies. The only thing is, they actually have to take the lead because unfortunately, drivers and riders have really no say when it comes to it. So hopefully somebody at Uber or Lyft may watch this or reach out. I don't know. But either way, it could behoove these companies to actually care about the ridership base to create loyal riders, as well as to create loyal drivers who will stay on the platform and continue driving. There is a way to do it where everybody wins altogether. Now, if you want to see some great changes where everybody could have a win-win-win relationship, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and also make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications so you'll be notified every time a new video is uploaded. And as always, never drink and drive, always tip your drivers, your delivery drivers, and your shoppers, and we'll see you next time.